Mbappé, Messi, Neymar. Three of football's loudest names. But in Paris, there's another star rising, and he's doing it without the noise. Nuno Mendes doesn't flood headlines with scandals, flashy cars, or dramatic statements. Instead, the 23-year-old left-back has carved a place among Europe's elite by letting his football do the talking. While others thrive on spotlight, Mendes thrives in silence. At PSG's training ground, he's surrounded by icons of the game. Yet he remains the quiet presence, quick on the pitch, grounded off it. A Champions League winner, a League One regular, and a national team starter for Portugal. All before most players. His age even cement their first starting role. So here's the question. How does someone so young, so talented, manage to grow into one of football's best without ever chasing attention? He's not loud, just next level. Nuno Alexandre Tavares Mendes was born on the 19th of June 2002 in Sintra, Portugal, just outside Lisbon. Like many Portuguese kids, he grew up with a football at his feet. But unlike most, his talent stood out early. He first played for a small local club called Despertar, before scouts from Sporting CP noticed him in 2012. At just 10 years old, Mendes joined the same academy that produced legends like Luis Figo and Cristiano Ronaldo. It didn't take long for him to rise through the ranks. By 2020, still a teenager, Mendes was promoted to Sporting's first team. That debut season was special. He helped the club win the Primeira Liga and Taça da Liga double in 2020-21, breaking a 19-year league title drought. His performances were so strong that he was named to the Primeira Liga Team of the Year, a remarkable honor for an 18-year-old fullback. European giants were already circling. In August 2021, Paris Saint-Germain secured him on loan, and less than a year later, they made it permanent for around 38 million euros. At PSG, Mendes quickly became the first-choice left-back, adding silverware at a staggering pace. By age 23, he had already won 4 League One titles: 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and in the 2024-25 season, he achieved the ultimate dream, lifting the UEFA Champions League trophy alongside global icons. On the international stage, Mendes debuted for Portugal in 2021, steadily becoming a key figure in the squad. He's now seen as the long-term successor to veterans in Portugal's backline, bringing both pace and modern attacking flair. From Lisbon streets to Champions League nights, his rise is only getting started. Nuno Mendes isn't just another young fullback. He's redefining what the role looks like in modern football. At just 22, he combines explosive pace with calm defensive awareness. He can dribble past markers like a winger, yet still drop deep with the instincts of a veteran defender. That balance is rare, and it's why so many scouts call him the next generation fullback. At PSG, his tactical intelligence has been spotlighted. Across his early League One and Champions League seasons, he ranked in the 92nd percentile for interceptions per 90 minutes, proof that his reading of the game matches his athleticism. When he bursts forward, he looks closer to Alphonso Davies than to a traditional defender, overlapping into the final third and pulling defenses apart. Numbers back up the hype. His current market value sits around 70 million euros, according to Transfermarkt, already making him one of the top valued defenders in the world. PSG know it too. In 2023, they extended his contract to 2029, locking him into a reported salary package of about 192,000 euros per week, roughly 10 million euros per year. That places him firmly in the bracket of Europe's elite, despite being one of the youngest regulars in Paris's star-studded lineup. And yet, while others chase attention, Mendes just keeps letting his football talk. For a player already sitting among Europe's elite, Nuno Mendes is earning what reflects his status. After his breakout in Paris, PSG moved quickly to secure his future. In February 2025, the club extended his deal until June 2029, locking him into a wage of about 192,000 euros per week, just shy of 10 million euros annually before bonuses, according to wage reports from Capology and Team Talk. At just 22, that puts Mendes in the same financial bracket as some of Europe's established stars. His estimated net worth is already in the 5 to 10 million euro range, and with 4 years left on this contract, it will rise fast. But unlike the players he trains with, Mbappé, Neymar, Messi in past seasons, Mendes isn't known for a garage full of supercars or million-dollar jewelry. Instead, his public image shows him leaning towards streetwear staples like Nike, Amiri, and Off-White, and attending fashion events in Paris or Milan. His home life is described by media as stylish but understated, more low-key luxury than palace-like excess. It's a lifestyle that reflects both youth and maturity, polished enough for a modern brand, modest enough to stay true to his roots. He may not speak much, but his quiet style is starting to turn heads. For all the spotlight that comes with PSG, Nuno Mendes has managed to stay almost invisible off the pitch. He isn't the type to appear in tabloid headlines, and you won't find him caught up in controversies. Instead, his presence is quiet, almost understated, in a football world that rewards noise. Scroll through his social media, and you'll notice a pattern. Posts about training, matches, and achievements. Rarely personal, rarely flashy. There are no luxury shopping sprees or nightclub photos, just football, fitness, and focus. It's a refreshing contrast to the curated lifestyles of many modern stars. And yet, this doesn't mean he's isolated. At PSG, Mendes has trained alongside Mbappé, Messi, and Neymar, three of the most famous names in the game. By all accounts, he keeps his head down, earns respect, and lets his work speak for itself. Fans often describe him as mature beyond his years, grounded in a way that sets him apart from the noise of modern football culture. This is what makes him unique. While others build brands through attention, Mendes builds his reputation through consistency. When others shout for attention, he just keeps playing. When you're just 23 and already a starter at PSG, the future isn't just about football, it's about brand. Nuno Mendes is a Nike athlete, and while he hasn't yet fronted their biggest global campaigns, the pathway is clear. Nike's history with players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Kylian Mbappé shows how the swoosh builds stars through boots like the Mercurial and Tiempo, and Mendes is perfectly placed to follow that lineage. But what makes Mendes stand out is how he appeals to a new kind of audience. His style isn't brash or overexposed, it's minimal, sharp, and authentic. In a world where many footballers chase influencer status, Mendes is carving out something more sustainable. He embodies not loud, but luxurious, the very aesthetic modern lifestyle brands want when they look for authenticity over flash. Add to this his background. Portuguese roots, raised in Lisbon, now playing in Paris at one of the most visible clubs in the world. That reach stretches across Europe, into Lusophone markets like Brazil and Africa, and deeper into the global football audience. In brand terms, Mendes is building equity slowly, like his game, steady, efficient, and reliable. And that's why his value is measured not only in tackles, but in trust. Nuno Mendes isn't just quick, he's electric. At just 23, his explosive pace and lung-busting runs down the left flank make him one of Europe's most dangerous fullbacks in transition. He doesn't just overlap. He times his movement so that PSG's stars, whether it was Messi in the past or Mbappé today, always have an outlet. His crossing accuracy and ball progression have already placed him among Europe's best young defenders, and as his tactical game matures, his defensive positioning and awareness have become just as valuable as his attacking spark. But even for a rising star, challenges remain. Decision-making can sometimes waver. Knowing when to push forward and when to hold shape is still a balancing act. And in Paris, where scrutiny never sleeps, one misstep can look bigger than it is. Injuries are another risk. With so many minutes on his young legs, setbacks could slow momentum. Finally, there's expectation. At a club where €100 million signings arrive every summer, every young talent is measured against the weight of global stardom. Yet those tests are what shape the next generation. And every test he passes brings him closer to the top. From Lisbon's youth fields to Paris under the biggest lights, Nuno Mendes has shown what focus and discipline can build. By 23, he's already lifted League One titles, a Champions League medal, and secured a contract worth nearly €10 million a year until 2029. Market value? Around €70 million and climbing. But what makes him stand out isn't just trophies or numbers, it's how he carries himself. No loud controversies, no unnecessary flash, just a quiet, modern footballer turning potential into reality. And now the real question. Will Mendes go on to be remembered as one of football's greatest left-backs and do it in his own understated way? If you believe Nuno Mendes is more than just Paris's quiet star, let us know in the comments. Like this video, share it with a fellow fan, and subscribe for more stories of tomorrow's icons who are rewriting football on their own terms.